All right, good morning, guys, and welcome to today's vlog. I figured I'd just take you along with me for the day because I've got some stuff I want to do, some stuff I want to explore. Not really. I'm pretty much doing the same shit I normally do every day, but you're coming with me. And sorry if I'm looking down, my mirror's underneath there. I figured I'd chit chat while I'm getting ready. But the plan for today, I'm sure you saw this morning, I went to Pilates. I just got back. Now we're getting ready for the day. And I want to go to this local coffee shop near me and go there to like study for a bit. So I'm gonna take my laptop and my iPad. For some reason, I cannot find the goddamn charger to my iPad. I have an extra one, but there was one I had with me that had like a base and everything with it. Can't find it for the life of me, which is annoying, but I have it charging right now, so hopefully that'll be charged by the time I want to go. And the reason I want to go to this coffee shop mainly, not just to study, but I've been trying to get into matcha recently because I just keep seeing it all over my For You page on TikTok. And so many people seem to really love it. And I've had it a few times. The first time I had it was from Starbucks. And like, I'm not going to judge all matcha off of Starbucks matcha because the one I got was gross. It tasted like grass, like pure grass. And come to find out now that I've done some research, that there are different kinds of matcha. So there are ones that have grassier notes. There are ones that have like a more fishy note because people tend to say it tastes like seafood, which I guess gives it that fishy taste. And then I don't know, there's sweet ones, there's nutty ones. So I'm trying to see if there is a matcha that I could potentially like, because I've had, I think, 2 more since then. The one I got from a boba place. That one wasn't bad. It was definitely better than the Starbucks one, but it still didn't like love it. I thought it was fine. And then I had one from another different local coffee shop, and it was like a blueberry matcha. That one was good. I liked the blueberry, but I don't know if I liked the matcha part of it. And then to kind of go with that, I bought these little jade leaf matcha packets. And again, I made it. Granted, I don't have any of the matcha tools, so I probably definitely didn't make it properly. The first time I tried to make it, it says like put in a container with hot water and like shake it. And all I had was this like little cup with a lid. So I was like, oh, this will be great. I'll do that. I gotta shake it. This shit explodes everywhere. I got matcha literally everywhere. It's sprayed in my face, sprayed all over my like clean dishes. It was a whole fucking thing. And then that one was fine. It was definitely, I think, the one I've liked the most, which is surprising because I don't think I got like a great matcha. It was just one I found at like the grocery store. And then I made it again the next day. This time I made a dirty matcha, which is just a shot of espresso in matcha. And then I think I also added cinnamon and I did some like vanilla extract. And that one was really good. But again, I don't know if I liked the matcha part of it or if I just liked it because it had coffee. Because I like coffee and I used my espresso and I thought that tasted great. So I don't know, you could still taste like the matcha in it, but it was definitely like an espresso matcha. So I don't know. But we're going to a place. I was looking on TikTok and I was trying to see like what's a good matcha that's available in Vegas. And this one coffee shop came up and I think someone said they had a tiramisu matcha, which like I love tiramisu. So I'm hoping I'm gonna like this, but who knows? Maybe I'm just not meant to be a matcha girly. But besides that, I do actually want to try and study while I'm at this coffee shop. And I'm hoping there's not gonna be like a lot of people there because I don't know what it is about me, but the thought of like walking into a coffee shop with like my backpack with like my laptop and everything, I don't know why, but that just seems like embarrassing. Because like, what if I walk in there and all the seats are taken? And then in my mind, I'm like, everyone's gonna look at me and be like, ha ha, she didn't get a seat. How embarrassing. Do I think anyone's actually looking at me that closely? No. But I don't know why, but like just going there with all my stuff just is like intimidating. So this is me getting out of my comfort zone and going. I have been going to my library because they have like a cafe in the library and I go there because I feel like that's easy, because like if it's full then I could just probably go into the library and find a seat. And it's yet to be full by the times that I've gone there. I've been able to go in just fine. And like the cafe is nice. They've got a bunch of different like coffees, teas, smoothies. I can get food there as well, which is so amazing. Speaking of which, my library that I have now here in Vegas is so nice because I don't think I've mentioned, I used to live in Florida. I've been in Vegas for about a year now. And in Florida, our library, compared to the library I have now, sucked. Like, and this library isn't even like the most amazing thing ever. Like, it's not like high tech. I mean, it's high tech compared to the one I had, but like the return system has this little like automated, I don't know, like dolly thing where it just like you put the book in and then it pulls it in. And I thought that was really cool because the one I had just had like a little hole in the desk that you just pop the book in, or it had a little like outside part that you could pop the books in. And even now you can do self-checkout at this library. My old library did not have that. So I love this. I don't have to go talk to that again. But it was so awkward. The first time I went in, I didn't realize they had like self-checkout. So I just like walked up to the counter and the lady kind of looked at me and she was like, I mean, she was young. She was like my age. So I think like she was as confused as I was. That's why I was just standing there. She was like, oh, do you want to get your book? I was like, yeah, thanks. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, do you guys have self-checkout? She was like, yeah, we do. I was like, oh, my bad, girl. I was confused. I'm not used to all this fancy stuff. But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Normally I go to the library cafe. So I'm trying to branch out. So I'm going to this other cafe to get the matcha and then to also study. Because I've been doing this sort of like Java crash course, not Java, JavaScript crash course on Udemy that I've been enjoying. My dad's kind of teaching me as well because like he knows a lot of stuff and like I wanted to learn. So I'm also doing that, and we're doing all these like, and there's all these like little courses that go with it too, or like little projects, I think is more accurate, and it's pretty fun. I've been enjoying it. I've been doing like a project a week. I've been slacking. I missed last week, but hopefully maybe I can do 2 projects this week and then I'll be able to catch up. But we shall see. None of them are like long, so I don't think it would be hard. And then also while I'm there, you know, I'll bring my book. I might read some. In regards to what I'm reading currently, I joined a book club on Fable because I came across a TikTok and a girl wanted to start a like classics book club. And I thought that was so fun because I do want to read more classics. I think the only classic I've ever finished was The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. And I listened to that on audio. And I feel like I want to like try and reread that one because I don't really remember much from it. And then when I was in high school, I know I read Night by Elie Wiesel. I genuinely think, oh, I read Antigone, which last year, one of the 3 Theban plays. And that's pretty much it. I have not read any of the like classic go-to classics. And what's even worse is I'm pretty sure in my lifetime, I've tried to read Pride and Prejudice probably like 6 different times. And I've never been able to get through it. I don't know what it is about the like old-timey English. It just simply was not clicking for me like in my brain. So I'm gonna give it another shot. I did buy another edition of Pride and Prejudice at Barnes & Noble. I got the Penguins Classic Edition because I do own a copy, but it's in Florida. Like some of my books, actually pretty much all the classics that I own are still in Florida at my parents' house. So I didn't want to have to wait, and I really don't know how I'm going to get them here because it's like 3 boxes of them and they're pretty heavy. And I didn't feel like waiting, so I just bought another copy, and I'm going to finish this damn book at some point if it kills me. Like, that's like my magnum opus. Not really, because I am also currently reading Anna Karenina by Tolstoy. That one is 800 pages. And I've been reading it since, I think, April of last year. And it's March, so it's taken me a year. I'm only halfway through. But slowly but surely, I'm making my way through. I am enjoying it. It's just, it is a classic. It is a Russian classic at that. So I'm slowly making my way through it. And you know, sometimes my mood changes. I don't feel like reading a classic. So I go do other things. I'm very close to you, I know. But I'm trying to do my eyeliner. In fact, we'll come back once I finish my eyeliner. I don't think I can talk and do this at the same time. All right, we're back from our eyeliner intermission. They're not even at all, so leave me alone. They were never going to be even. I am incapable of doing that. I joined a classics book club on Fable. We're currently reading The Crucible. I'm like 50 pages in, I think, almost 50 pages in. I'm enjoying it so far. It's really good. For those who don't know, The Crucible follows like the Salem witch trials back in 18 something. I have no idea when the Salem witch trials were. I should probably know because I am from Massachusetts. Probably know that, but it follows the Salem witch trials and basically just kind of like how hysteria rapidly spreads through that town and how people just start accusing one another, mainly for, I'm sure we all know, mainly for, you know, like vendettas. You don't like this person, you accuse them of witchcraft. You want to throw suspicion off of you, you accuse them of witchcraft. And I've only gotten through the first act. Granted, Crucible's like 130 pages, the actual like play. So I'm like a third of the way through, I think. Enjoying it so far. I'm excited to keep reading, so I'll probably read some of that while I am at this cafe. I'm going to bring the book with me. But it is time to go. I'm going to go pack up all my stuff. And then we can head out to this cafe that hopefully will not be super packed and I can get a seat. Okay, hello. I am back in my car. I've left the coffee shop, and good news on the matcha front. I think I am a matcha person. I had two in there, and they were both really good. Originally, when I was looking on TikTok for matcha suggestions, they said get the tiramisu matcha, and I didn't see that at first because I was blind. So I got this berry matcha. Delicious. It had like a berry puree or compote at the bottom that I mixed in. Delicious. Loved that. And then I did find the tiramisu matcha. This is also very good, but I think I like the berry one more. But I think I may be a matcha person now. I don't know. I really like this. Even the straight matcha was good, which I don't know which kind this is. I feel like this is either the sweet one or the nutty one because it's not giving grass and it's also not giving like fishy. So fingers crossed. I think I like it. I did buy matcha off Amazon. It was one that everyone suggested because like it's somewhat affordable, but people say it was still very good. So I'm hoping it's a good one, and I'm hoping it's not like a fishy or grassy one. I feel like the grassy one I may be able to handle, but I really don't think I can handle a fishy matcha. I just don't like it. But anyways, I did some studying there. I got through one of my projects, and then I also read through Act 2 of The Crucible, and I'm loving this book so far. I was honestly so surprised that I was enjoying this because I don't know, I feel like with me, for some reason, I get in my head that like classics are boring or they're dense or they're not entertaining, and I'm sure some are, but like this is going so well. It's actually so entertaining. We've pretty much gotten into the accusations and Miss Abigail throwing around literally accusations left and right, and so many points are made. And I'm just like, because I guess when you're in this, the hysteria kind of gets to you and you're not thinking clearly, but like points are made that like she's making all these accusations. People are like, okay, well then what makes her the like end all be all when it comes to piety and you know, who's a witch and who's not a witch, because they're just taking her word for it. She says, this is a witch, they're a witch, they're a witch, they're a witch. And they're just taking their word for it with like barely any proof. And even the proof, one girl has Mary Warren, who's, I don't know, she like lives with John Proctor for some reason. I don't know, she's there. I haven't figured out what that relationship is, but she lives with them, and they accused a woman of witchcraft. And they're like, okay, well, what's your proof? And she says, well, she came by the house and asked for food, and when I said no, when she walked off, she mumbled. And I literally wrote, be so for real under that, because I was like, that's not proof. And everyone is like, yeah, that's also not proof. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I wrote, be so for real right now. Because even they were like, how did you know she was witchcraft? I didn't know it. It wasn't until they accused her that I started thinking about these things. And that's clearly a witch. And it's like, okay, girl. Okay, girly. And then also the running theme in this book for Mr. John Proctor, because clearly he's like had an affair with Abigail, and Abigail's now accusing his wife so that she can take her place, obviously. And then another guy, his wife got taken because he was like, she was reading these books, and then suddenly I wasn't able to pray. And then later on he's like, okay, well, I just said she was reading, I wasn't accusing her of witchcraft. And I'm like, why'd you open your mouth anyway, stupid? So this just proves men will get you hanged because they're fucking stupid. Or if not hanged, at least accused of fucking witchcraft. But other than that, this is going well. I may pick this up again later and just keep going through it, because we have until May to finish this. But I may just cruise through the end of this, because I've only got 2 acts left. I'm 76 pages in, and this is 134. So I could definitely finish this today. We shall see. I'm kind of going slowly through it. But other than that, I think I'm going to do my typical Friday things where I go to Barnes & Nobles. But there's also a world market in this little shopping complex, and I want to see if I can find like a little matcha bowl and maybe a matcha set. We'll see. I may just buy it online, because like I said, I bought the matcha, so I'm hoping they'll have something. That way I can start actually kind of trying to be a matcha person. We'll see. But I think that's the plan. World market, Barnes & Nobles, and then I don't know, probably back home to chill. I need to clean my apartment, but I've been ignoring it. Oh, I was going to do my taxes. I've got so much I need to do, but we're going to ignore that and go buy some books and matcha shit. Right, hello, I'm back. As you can see, I don't know if you can really tell, it's significantly later. I think the last clips I recorded was in Barnes & Nobles and World Market. Little update, I did go to World Market. I couldn't find the matcha set. They didn't have anything. They had a bunch of really cute mugs and stuff, but nothing that I really wanted. I tried going through like the food section too, just to see if there were any like fun little snacks. They had cute Bridgerton tea, which I thought was fun, but I don't really drink tea. The only tea I really like is chamomile. But it was cute, but I didn't get anything. But then I did go to Barnes & Nobles, and I was in there for a little bit, and I was browsing around. I was going to get some stuff, but then my sister texted me, and she wanted to hang out. So I didn't buy anything at Barnes, because there wasn't anything I was specifically going there for. So I just put that stuff back, because there was a line also there, and it wasn't short. But I came back to my apartment, I hung out with my sister for a bit, and then I called my parents, because today's my dad's birthday, so I talked with them for a bit. So that's why it's significantly later. I think the last time, oh wow, it's late. It's 7 o'clock, and I'm pretty sure I went to Barnes around like 1 or 2. So it's been a little bit of time, but you know, I spent some time with family, and that's what, you know, life's about. So it's whatever. I haven't read anything since we last spoke, and I don't think, oh, there it is. I don't think I'm going to continue reading The Crucible right now. because I don't know. I just feel like as I've been reading this so far, I've been reading it either at a coffee shop or like right before bed. I'll read a couple of pages, and I'm kind of liking those vibes. So I don't really want to sit here on my couch and read this right now, and I want to read it slowly. Even though I am kind of like eating it up, I kind of want to go through it slowly because I'm just having so much fun with it. And also, my book club isn't due. I don't think we're supposed to be done with this till May. So I'm going to take my time with this one. I might read a bit tonight, but I need something else to read. I am reading a book on my phone, a book by Jessica Kane. I can't even remember what it's called. I think it's called something Stalker. Jessica Kane is an interesting author. I can honestly say I've read a lot of her books. I have liked not a lot of them. Why do I keep reading them? I don't know. Well, they're short, they're quick, they're kind of fun, they're insane, 100%. But I keep reading them. I don't know. Because sometimes when I'm in like a slump, I need something short, quick, to the point. Again, I never really like them. So I really should find something else to read when I want something short and quick. But I don't know. It ups my reading goal. So there's at least that positive coming out of it. But pretty much all of Jessica Kane's books involve insta-love, insta-lust, over-the-top main characters, over-the-top male main characters. Literally, in some of her books, these people meet at like 9 a.m. and by 6 p.m. they're confessing their undying love for each other, and they're like planning the wedding that's going to happen like next week. And I'm being serious. But they're fine. I'm reading it. And also, unfortunately, a lot of her books also have daddy kink, which I hate immensely. So it's another reason why I should stop reading them. But some of them don't. I'm pretty sure one of the first ones I read by her, or the first few I read, didn't have it. And now it seems like all of them do. And some of them are pushing into some icky territory. This one isn't, because I think they're the same age. But like the ones that have really big age gaps, they're toeing the line. Or between what I can handle. Because I have DNF'd a few of them too. But I don't know, I might finish that. Because it's like 80 pages. And I think I'm only like 15 pages in, but I can finish that easily. Because I don't know if there's anything else I kind of want to read. I'm still reading Babel by R.F. Kuang. I should pick that up. But like, I don't think my brain can handle that right now. At all. Like, I simply cannot focus on that book. I don't have the brain power for that book right now. So we're going to have to put that on hold. I am also reading the Iliad, but I feel like the Iliad is somewhat in the same vein as the Crucible, where I just kind of want to take my time with it, go through it slowly. I don't know what I want to read next. I think maybe I'm going to stick to the Jessica Kane one, because I genuinely feel like I want a like no thoughts, head empty kind of book right now. I simply don't have the brain power or the will to want to focus on a book, a story. I got nothing. I can't do it. I don't. And I feel like if I do pick up something, it's got to be like a standalone with zero stakes. I don't know. I feel like I'm just like burnt out on anything else. Who knows? Give me an hour or two. Give me till tomorrow, and I'll probably want to read the most complicated book on my goddamn TBR. But right now, for tonight, I'm probably going to finish my Jessica Kane. And hell, maybe I'll read another one because it's only 80 pages. They're all pretty short. But, you know, at least I'm taking up the books for my reading goal. There's that. All right. Good morning. It is the next day. Last I spoke to you, I think I told you I was going to continue reading that Jessica Kane book. I didn't. I think I read like an extra page and I DNF'd it. All my thoughts still stand from last night. I knew I wouldn't like it. Didn't. DNF'd it. But I've got some stuff I do need to get done today. I've got to do my taxes. I've got to be an adult and get that done. So I'm leaving in like 5 minutes. So I don't think I'm really gonna get any reading done in that time. I might still bring the Crucible with me because I don't know. I'm gonna be out, so maybe I'll stop at a coffee shop. But like, I did make myself a matcha. I know I bought matcha. I still don't have like a matcha kit or anything, but I bought a matcha off of Amazon. It's one that people said was really good because, as you don't know, there's like a matcha shortage right now, so you can't buy like any of the really big brands. But I bought this one. It's pretty good so far. I made a dirty matcha, so there's a shot of espresso in here as well. So I probably won't go buy one when I'm out because that's a lot of caffeine, and I don't handle caffeine well. But I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can find someplace out about read The Crucible, or I might try and read something else. But I think I'll bring both The Crucible and Notes on Execution with me. I'm done with my tangent. I gotta go do my taxes, but we will chit chat later and I'll give you an update on what I picked up and decided to read. But I'll see you after I have my taxes done, and hopefully I don't owe anything, because that would really suck. Hopefully I get something back, and then maybe I can buy some books. So I'm not out. I'm back in my apartment, as you can tell. But I went and got myself lunch. Ugh. Also, didn't get anything new. I went to Raising Cane's. And I was going to sit in the park and read, but the park was like packed. There were a lot of people there, and the thought of that was stressing me out. So I just came back to my apartment. I opened my window. I thought, you know, I'll get a breeze. I can hear the birds chirping. It's like being outside. But even better, perfect timing, because RuPaul's Drag Race just posted the newest episode of The Pit Stop. So now I've got to watch that while I eat, and I can still enjoy somewhat of the outside via my window. I'm talking mad loud, and like I am sitting right next to my window, so I hope my neighbors can't hear me. That'd be really fucking awkward. But I'm gonna eat my lunch, watch an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, The Pit Stop, and then probably start on Notes on Execution. I don't know. The issue is that I'm not in the mood to read that book. I want to read it because it's due soon, but I'm just not in the mood for it, so I don't know if I'm going to get to it. This is a struggle. Okay, so as you saw in the last clip, I was making, or attempting to try and make, these little cinnamon sticks, and I cooked them for the amount it says on the package. However, I didn't account for the fact that the timing is for the whole pizza dough, and I cut them up into little slivers. So I did overcook them. They're like low-key kind of burnt. Like, well, I guess I'll be reattempting this at some point, because I do still have the other half and a whole other tub. They're not bad. They're just definitely crispy. Alright, well, this was low-key kind of a fail. I tried. These may be going in the trash because they are very, very overcooked. But anyways, while I was making those, I was listening to The Fall Risk by Abby Jimenez, and I have finished it. It was really good. I think I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was a short, really short novella. I think at the speed I was listening to it, I finished it in like 30 minutes. But I did really enjoy it. It's kind of making me want to read just for the summer. But I don't know if I want to listen to the audiobook for just for the summer, or like sit down and dedicate reading the physical book, because I didn't like yours truly. So I'm like, I don't want to waste my time on just for the summer. But anyways, I'm also reading, I'm rereading The Six Deaths of the Saint, because I also want to read The Night and the Butcher Bird. I don't think they're connected at all. They're just 2 short stories by Alex Hero, but I don't really remember a lot from The Sixth Deaths of the Saint. I do remember really enjoying it, but I do remember trying to like kind of rush to finish it because I think my family and I were waiting to get seated at dinner and they called our seats, so I just wanted to finish it quickly. Granted, they're both like 30 something pages, but I'm gonna reread that and then I'm gonna finish The Night in the Butcher Bird today. I think I should finish both tonight. They're both, like I said, pretty short, but I will get to that and then I'll give you the reviews. And then we're probably gonna wrap up this vlog for tonight after that. We shall see. Hello. As you can see, I've gotten comfy. We've put on the face mask. We've done the skincare. And I did just finish The Seven Deaths of the Saint. And like I said, this was a reread and it's still gonna be a 5-star. It was just as good this time as it was the first time. And I can't really go into what it's about because it's 36 pages. So anything I say would basically be a spoiler. But I don't know how Alex E. Harrow manages to make 36 pages so good because so much happened. Like Loki, the first time I read it, I like cried at one point, and this time I did tear up as well. I'm like, I knew it was coming. I still teared up. And to be able to get me that invested in characters, to be able to get me that emotional within 36 pages is an art. It was so good. It was amazing. I have not read any of the other books in this like collection because I'm pretty sure it's like what, like a 6-7 book collection with a bunch of other authors. None of them have as good as reviews as Six Deaths of the Saint. So will I read them? I don't know. We'll see. But Six Deaths of the Saint was a 5-star, stays a 5-star. It was amazing. I definitely recommend go read it. And now I can start The Night in the Butcher Bird, which is another short story, also 36 pages, or 30 something pages. I don't know if it's exactly 36, but I'm excited to get started on this because if it's anything like The Six Deaths of the Saint, I think I'll like it. And I do know, I'm pretty sure as of right now, this does have just as good as reviews as the other book. So let's get started and let's see if maybe I'll have another 5 stars in this video. That isn't a reread. I have finished The Night in the Butcher Bird, and I will be giving it 4 stars. I did not like it as much as The Seven Deaths of the Saint, but it was still very good. I can say I'm a fan of Miss Alex E. Harrow's short stories. I've yet to read a full-length novel by her. Pretty sure she has that one book, what is it, Starling House? I don't know anything about it, but the cover's pretty. But both of these books were great. I think they were 10 out of 10, so I definitely am interested in reading more of her works. I can't really tell, again, much of what this is about. It's 40 pages. And honestly, I didn't know anything going into this. Like, I literally didn't even read the back. I hadn't seen any videos on it. I just saw people saying they liked it. And honestly, I recommend going into it blind, going into both of these blind. But I really enjoyed both. I recommend both. I thought they were great. But on that note, it is quite late. And I need to go to bed because I need to be up early. So that is going to be the end of today's vlog. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.